Good morning class. Today we will discuss about salt. Students, as earlier we have studied about acid, that water acid, their classification, their chemical properties, that how they are formed and how they react with other metal or other oxides. So this is all about acid. Then we have studied about bases, that what are bases, their chemical properties, their reactions. So now students, we are going to study about salt. So before coming to this, you must recall about the neutralization reaction, because through there we can easily form these salts. Okay, so now let's start. Students, as our topic is salt, so what are salt? You earlier know this, that salts are product of neutralization reaction. Okay, what is neutralization reaction? You have earlier seen then an acid react with a base and it gives salt and water. So from here we can get our salt. Okay, that is what happens in neutralization. A acid react with a base and forms salt and water. You can see the example here. Acid, that is hydrochloric acid, react with base, that is sodium hydroxide, and it forms salt, that is sodium chloride, and water, that is H2O. So this is what through which we get a salt, that is neutralization reaction. Okay, now students, it is very important to know about the classification of salt, that how many type of salts are there. As if this is not important for your academic point of view, that is it is not given in your syllabus, but you must know about these categories, because the compounds which you have to study further, that is likewise sodium chloride, like calcium oxychloride, like calcium sulfate, that is gypsum, etc. So for their preparation you must know about this category, that is the classification of salt. So students, salts can be classified into following categories. Here are the categories. You have seen the very first, that are called as normal salt. So what are normal salt? The salts formed by complete replacement of H plus of an acid molecule by a metallic or ammonium ion. What this statement mean to say? It is simply means, suppose this is the acid, that is HCl, and it replaces H plus. So here there will be complete replacement of replaceable H plus. Okay, and it will react with a metallic substance or metallic base, that may be NaOH. Why it is called metallic? Because Na is a metal. Okay, and it can also react with ammonium ion. Here you can see NH4OH. As if ammonia is not a metal, that's why we are writing here ammonium ion also. So what basically happens? Basically an acid, okay, react with a base and it forms a salt and water. Okay, so this is about normal salt. You can also take the example of potassium chloride, magnesium chloride. These all are example of normal salt. Now let's come to the next category, that is acid salt. So what are acid salts? Let's discuss. The salt formed by partial replacement of replaceable H plus ion, okay, with metallic or ammonium ion. Here what happens? Suppose there is H2SO4. So you know this, that here 2H plus can be replaced, but here only partial replacement is done and result in formation of what? NaHSO4, or we can say that sodium hydrogen sulfate. These are called acid salt. You can remember this only by analyzing that in between the cation and anion there will be a hydrogen atom. Here you can also see Na cation, carbonate ion, and in between this there is a hydrogen. So when there is presence of hydrogen in between both the species, that is cation and anion, then it is called as acid salt. Similarly, for the third category, that is basic salt, here also what happens? The salt formed by partial replacement of hydroxyl ion. So for this, you know that di or triacidic base should be taken. Likewise MgOH का whole twice, PbOH का whole twice. they can replace more than one hydroxyl ion, but what will happen here, they have to replace only one. Okay, so what happens here, you can see when MgOH का whole twice, that is magnesium hydroxide, react with hydrochloric acid, it forms MgOHCl, that is magnesium hydroxychloride. Here you can also assume this water basic salt. So generally when there are presence of hydroxyl ion in between the cation and anion, here the cation is Mg and anion is chloride, so that is called as basic salts. You can see one more example here, that is PbOH का whole twice react with nitric acid, that is HNO3, and it forms PbOHNO3, that is lead hydroxy nitrate. So this is about basic salt where OH is there, and this is about acid salt where H is there. Now students, let's talk about the next category, that is double salt. So what are double salt? You know from the word double, so there will be two salt. So the salt formed by combination of two simple salt. Here you have to focus that two simple salts combine to form a double salt. Okay, now students, you can see the example, there is Mohr salt, there is potash alum. You have to study these in detail in further chapters, likewise in metals and non-metal. What happens here, you see there are two salts, they are ammonium sulfate salt, they are ferrous sulfate salt, they combine together in a fixed ratio, simple molecular ratio. Here the example of Mohr salt is FeSO4 dot NH4 का whole twice SO4.6 H2O. Here it is K2SO4 dot Al2SO4 का whole thrice dot 24 H2O. These are also understood as water of crystallization, where there is presence of water molecule. Now students, let's talk about the fifth category, that is mixed salt. Okay, here also there is mixing of salt, but what basically happens here, when I will explain you the reaction, you will understood this clearly. What happens here, the salt obtained by neutralization of a dia or triabasic acid with two different monoacidic bases. What you have to do here, you have to react a acid, that may be dia or triabasic acid, and you have to react them with two bases. Okay, and the two will be monoacidic bases, that is this can replace only one hydroxyl ion. Okay, both the two, you can see here sodium hydroxide, it can replace one OH minus, potassium hydroxide, it can replace one OH minus. Okay, so these type of salt are called mixed salt. You can see the example, that is NaKCO3, that is sodium potassium carbonate, along with release of water molecule. So student, now let's talk about the very last category, that is complex salt. What are complex salt? Student, generally what happens when we dissolve salts, they releases the cations. Okay, they dissociates into their cations and anions. But here in the case of complex salt, here also they dissociate into cation and anion, but what happens, there is two portions. Okay, one is called as complex ion and the other is called as simple ion. What happens, look here, the salt which on dissociation in solution furnish ion, one will be a simple ion, that is a cation, and a complex ion. Okay, so that's why it is called as complex salt. You can see here the example, the very first example is K4FeCN6. Okay, so here what happens, when we dissolve it or dissociate it, it dissociates into 4K plus, that is cationic part, here it is, and then it also dissociate into FeCN6 4 minus, that is the complex ion. Okay, so students, this is all about today's lecture. There is a homework for you. In our next class, we will discuss about these salts, that how these salts are prepared. So in your syllabus there are 5 to 6 salts, that is sodium chloride, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, we call that as baking soda, that is calcium oxychloride, we call that as bleaching powder. One more category is there, the that is water of crystallization, that is suppose here it is CaSO4 dot 2 H2O. So this is what we call as gypsum. Here there is two molecule of water. but when it is heated, what happens? It forms CaSO4 dot half H2O. So this is what? Calcium sulfate hemihydrate, half portion. This is POP, which is used in homes. So student, this is about our today's lecture, that we have discussed about salt and their classification. Most of portions are not very necessary for you, but remember one thing: what are salt? They are generally formed by the reaction of acid and base, and these acid base, when react in different proportion, gives different kind of salt. Okay, that is, for normal salt there is complete replacement of H plus ion, and for here you can see acid salt, there is partial replacement of H plus ion. For basic salt, there is partial replacement of OH minus ion, or you can generally remember by these that there will be presence of one hydrogen atom, there will be present of one hydroxyl atom, hydroxyl ion. Okay, and now the double salt, where two simple salts combined together, example are Mohr salt and potash alum. What are mixed salt? Here you have to take along with the acid bases which have monoacidic character, that they release only single OH minus ion. And now the very last category, that is complex salt. So for this you have to just remember that dissociate into a complex ion portion and a simple ion. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture. Your homework, you should remember your homework, that is, you have to write down or discuss about the uses of chemical compounds, which we will discuss in our next lecture. Write down their name. Their names are sodium hydroxide, sodium chloride, calcium oxychloride, that is bleaching powder, calcium sulfate dot 2H2O, that is gypsum, and NaHCO3, that is baking soda. It is not that I will not teach you, but just try to understand them, what are their uses, then it will be easier for you to understand how they are prepared, their chemical method of preparation or their laboratory method of preparation. So students, thank you.